New Zealand honestly feels unreal sometimes. On this trip, we explored hidden lakes, mountain towns, one of the country's most famous hikes, and some of the most peaceful scenery we've ever seen. Here's everything from Moke Lake to Glenorchy, the Routeburn Track, Lake Hayes, and our stay in Frankton. One of the first places we visited was Moke Lake, and this might actually be one of the most peaceful spots near Queenstown. The drive there already feels like an adventure because the road gets narrow and winding, with mountains surrounding you almost the entire way. When we arrived, everything just felt quiet. No crowds, no noise, just the lake, the mountains, and the sound of the wind. The reflections on the water were incredible, especially with the clouds moving across the peaks. There's a walking track that loops around the lake, and it's one of those places where you don't really need to rush. Every few minutes, we stop just to take photos or look around because the scenery changes constantly depending on the light. What makes Moke Lake special is that it feels untouched. Even though it's close to Queenstown, it feels completely separate from the busy tourist areas. If you want somewhere calm and scenic that still feels authentic, this place is definitely worth visiting. Honestly, it's one of those locations that reminds you why people fall in love with New Zealand. After that, we drove to Glenorchy, and the drive alone might be one of the most beautiful roads in New Zealand. The route follows the edge of Lake Wakatipu, with mountains on the one side and the water on the other the entire time. Glenorchy itself is a really small town, but that's part of the charm. It feels relaxed, quiet, and surrounded by nature in every direction.
Okay. Okay, go.
This is Glenorchy. Glenorchy is a town of New Zealand, a scenic town. Even before you get here, the road going here is the drive going here. It's scenic. You can see the majestic mountains, the emerald lakes, and wherever you see 360 degrees, it's scenic. It's beautiful, and you can experience that one in your own lifetime. And yeah, we're hungry now. Yeah.
One of the most famous spots there is the Red Glenorchy Wharf, which has incredible mountain views behind it. This area has also been used in a lot of movies, including scenes from The Lord of the Rings, and honestly, once you see the landscapes, it makes complete sense. Everything looks cinematic. One of the highlights of the entire trip was experiencing part of the Routeburn Track. This is one of New Zealand's great walks, and even doing a section of it was unforgettable. The trail takes you through forests, across suspension bridges, past rivers, and into massive mountain valleys. It honestly feels like you're walking through a movie set the entire time. What stood out most was how dramatic the scenery becomes the further you go. One minute you're surrounded by dense forest, and the next you're looking at waterfalls, alpine views, and huge mountain peaks. The water everywhere in New Zealand looks insanely clear, and along the Routeburn Track, it was no different. The rivers almost looked too blue to be real. Even though the hike can be challenging at times, it never really felt exhausting because every corner gives you another amazing view. It's a kind of hike where you constantly stop for photos without even planning to. There's also something really calming about being completely surrounded by nature with almost no distractions. No traffic, no city noise, just mountains, water, and trails stretching into the distance. If you're visiting the Queenstown area and enjoy hiking even a little bit, the Routeburn Track is absolutely worth adding to your itinerary. It genuinely feels like one of the best ways to experience New Zealand's landscapes up close. Lake Hayes was probably one of the calmest places we visited during the trip. Compared to some of the bigger tourist spots, it feels really peaceful and local. The lake is surrounded by walking and cycling trails, and the reflections in the water were amazing, especially later in the day when the light became softer. What I liked most was how relaxing the whole area felt. People were out walking dogs, cycling, or just sitting by the water enjoying the view. Even though it's not as dramatic as some of the mountain locations nearby, there's something really special about the simplicity of it. It's a kind of place where you can slow down for a while and enjoy the atmosphere. We stayed in Frankton during the trip, and honestly it was a really convenient base for exploring the area. It's close to Queenstown Airport and only a short drive from a lot of the places we wanted to visit. The Airbnb had amazing mountain views, and after long days exploring, it was nice coming back somewhere quiet and comfortable. Frankton also felt a little more relaxed compared to central Queenstown, which made it a great place to stay while still being close to everything. New Zealand completely lived up to the hype. From peaceful lakes to mountain hikes and small towns surrounded by incredible scenery, every place felt unique. Definitely somewhere we'd love to come back to.